Hi, hello, and welcome to another interesting session on analog and digital communications. In this session, we'll see the tuned radio frequency receiver and the AM receiver. So let's get started. So radio receiver, it is a device which receives the radio waves and converts the information into the sound or the voice signals. So an antenna is used. This antenna intercepts the radio waves, that is, it picks up the radio waves which are the electromagnetic waves, and converts them to the AC signals. These AC signals can be applied to the receiver. The purpose of the receiver is to extract the desired information. So filters are used in the receiver to separate the desired frequency signal from all other signals. So because all the electromagnetic waves are simply transmitted into free space, so the input to the radio receiver will be many signals, but out of so many signals the receiver has to extract only the desired signal. So the filters are used to pick up the desired radio signal. Then we have an amplifier which increases the power of the signal for further processing, and finally recovers the desired information through demodulation. So this is the block diagram of a tuned radio frequency receiver. We have a receiving antenna, the RF amplifier stage, which consists of the first and the second amplifiers, then a detector, audio frequency amplifier, power amplifier, and then finally we have a loudspeaker. So this tuned radio frequency receiver, it was widely used in the early days of radios, that is during the 1940s. So in the tuned radio frequency receiver, selectivity is provided by the radio frequency stages. So we have the RF stage. So we have two RF amplifiers, the first and second stage of RF amplifiers. So this RF amplifier consists of a variable tune circuit. So the purpose of this tune circuit is to tune the radio receiver to the particular frequency, and it has to pick up only the signals which are desired and reject all the unwanted signals. It should also avoid interference from other stations and minimize the effects of noise. Then we have a detector. The output of the RF stage is given to a detector. So detector is a demodulator which extracts the modulated signal, which extracts the message signal from the modulated signal, because the modulated signal consists of the message signal and the carrier signal. So the purpose of a detector or a demodulator is it has to extract the required message signal from the modulated signal. Then we have an audio frequency amplifier. So the output of the detector is given to the audio frequency amplifier and a power amplifier. So both of these two sets of amplifiers amplify the weak signal, which is the output of the detector, and it is applied to a loudspeaker. So this amplified signal is applied to a loudspeaker. This loudspeaker is a transducer. It is an output transducer which converts the signal in electrical form. Electrical form of the signal is converted into a sound signal. So we have some drawbacks of the tuned radio frequency receiver. The first thing is it oscillates at high frequencies. So this tuned radio frequency receiver, it gives unstable output as it oscillates at higher frequencies. So it cannot be used at higher frequencies. It has to be used only for low frequencies. Another important disadvantage is the selectivity is very poor. So selectivity means the ability to extract the required signal from the many number of signals. So the selectivity of a TRF receiver is very poor because it cannot distinguish the desired signal from the undesired signal. Another disadvantage is the bandwidth of the tuned radio frequency receiver varies with the incoming frequency. So with the tuning range, there is variation in the bandwidth with the incoming frequency. So when there is variation, the receiver selects the adjacent undesired frequencies also. So along with the required or the desired signals, the adjacent undesired signals are also selected by the tuned radio frequencies. So these are the disadvantages of the tuned radio frequency receiver. So these disadvantages can be overcome by using the super heterodyne receiver. So we have an example here. Consider a tuned circuit which is having a bandwidth of 10 kHz with a frequency of 535 Hz. So if we calculate the quality factor is given by the formula frequency divided by the bandwidth. So here the frequency is 535 Hz, bandwidth is 10. So if we divide both, we get 53.5. So if at the other end of the broadcast band, that is at 1640 kHz, if we calculate the quality factor, Q is equal to 1640 divided by 10. So this is equal to 164. Now if you see, there is large range of variation in the quality factor. So because of this large range of variation in frequency, the tuned radio frequency receiver will pick up the unwanted or the undesired signals also along with the desired signal. So these problems of instability, insufficient adjacent frequency rejection, bandwidth variations can be solved by using the super heterodyne receiver, which is the advanced version of the tuned radio frequency receiver. So we'll see the super heterodyne receiver in the coming sessions. Next we'll see the AM receiver. So this AM receiver, it is also a type of super heterodyne receiver. We have FM super heterodyne receiver also. So here we'll see the AM receiver. This AM receiver, it takes the amplitude modulated wave as the input and it produces the original audio signal as an output. Here audio signal is the message signal and the amplitude modulated wave is the combination of a carrier signal and the message signal. So here we have two important terms related to the receivers. One is the selectivity, the other one is the sensitivity. Selectivity means the ability of the receiver to select a particular signal while rejecting the other signals. So here the receiver should be able to select the required signal to which it is tuned and it should reject all the other unwanted signals. So that is the meaning of the selectivity. So sensitivity means the ability of the receiver to detect the RF signal and demodulate it even if it is at the lowest power level. So here sensitivity means the receiver should be able to detect the incoming signal even if it is at its lower power strength. So this is a block diagram of an amplitude modulation receiver. We have an antenna, the RF tuner section, the RF IF converter which is the mixer, then we have an IF amplifier, an AM demodulator, audio amplifier and the loudspeaker which gives the output in audio form. The working of these blocks is also similar to the previous one. Here we have an RF tuner section. The amplitude modulated wave is received by the antenna first, then it is passed to the RF tuned circuit through a transformer. Here the tuned circuit is an LC circuit, which is a tuned circuit. It is also called as a resonance circuit or a tank circuit. So this circuit, it selects the frequency desired by the AM receiver. The other purpose is to tune the local oscillator and the RF filter at the same time. Then we have an RF mixer which has RF IF converter. So the signal from the RF tuner is given to this RF mixer. So it has a local oscillator also. The sum signal is produced in this RF mixer, where the local oscillator frequency signal and the signal from the RF tuner is added in this section. So the output of the RF mixer is a combination of two signals. One is the sum signal, that is F1 plus F2, and the second one is the difference signal F1 minus F2. So both of these two frequencies are produced by the RF mixer. So this signal is known as the intermediate frequency signal, IF. Then we have the IF filter. This intermediate frequency filter, it acts like a band pass filter, which passes only the desired frequency signal and rejects all the unwanted frequency components which are present in this one. So the IF filter allows only the intermediate frequency signal. So this is the advantage of this IF filter. Then we have an AM demodulator or a detector. So the detector or a demodulator selects the AM wave and separates the message signal from the carrier signal. So in the AM demodulator, the envelope detection process is used to recover the message signal from the modulated signal. The final stage is the audio amplifier stage. Here the detected weak message signal is amplified to the required strength, and it is passed to the loudspeaker to get the original sound signal. So here the loudspeaker is again an output transducer which converts the electrical form of the signal into an audio signal. So these are the most important characteristics of an RF section. That is the first block. It provides higher gain, that is better sensitivity. Sensitivity means the ability of the signal to pick up the weak signals. One more characteristic is the image frequency rejection is improved in the RF section. It also improves the signal to noise ratio. It rejects the adjacent undesired signals, thereby it provides better selectivity. It also provides coupling of the receiver to the antenna. It also prevents re-radiation of the local oscillator through the antenna. So these are some of the characteristics of the RF section in the receivers. So that's it in this session. Thank you.